This is the story of how I almost died in Bali. All right, so in 2018, I went to Bali with some friends, and there was a place that I was really looking forward to going to, and it was called Nusa Siningong. And the reason why is because there was a lot of amazing cliff jumping spots there. And if you know anything about me, you know that I like to send it.
Go, go, go. Oh, my friends are dead. Oh, so close. Yeah. Bye, Quan. Oh, fuck.
Ought to be lit. You done know.
You ready?
Yeah.
Let's go, Quan.
You just gotta do it.
Let's get it.
You just gotta do it.
Ready? Go!
Let's go. So I got to Bali, and we got to this place called Blue Lagoon. It's like a bar, it's like a restaurant and stuff like that. But they're also on the edge of a cliff, right? So and they have this jumping board where you can jump off. And I think the height was only like 50 feet or something like that. However, the waves this day was crazy. The waves were like 30 feet high. They were so high, and the way that they were smacking the side of the cliff, it was like, pretty dangerous for like the average person, but I'm not the average person. So I'm like, oh my God, let's do it. And obviously, like, I'm not saying I was fearless. I was still scared. Everyone was scared. Nobody did that jump but me. But anyways, before I did the jump though, the worker who was there, he was like trying to scare me out of it the entire time. He was just trying to like, project his insecurities and his fears onto me. Like, it wasn't even like real concern. It was more so like, when you really come down to it, it's because he couldn't do it himself. Now, let me give you guys a quick plot test. No, I did not almost die in Bali physically, but I almost died mentally. And here's where the moral of this story is, okay? When you're going through life, you're going through all these things, challenges or whatever, whether it's relationships, business ideas, ventureships, yourself, just even with friends, anything like that at all, you're always going to get people who are going to try to inject you and infect you with their insecurities, try to project, things that they can't do, their own lack of self-worth, their own lack of self-love, their own lack of this, lack of that to you. And it might make you feel like you're crazy and starts making you doubt your own abilities. And that's what happened to me at this, at this spot. And I remember the guy, oh my God, like, thinking back to it, I was like, you know what? I know that I can cliff jump. I know I can jump off high places because I've done it before. But the different scenario here is that, there were these crazy waves that can rip you apart. Like, these waves were made by Poseidon himself. It was just like bang, bang, bang. And obviously, like, the guy started making me like doubt myself. And one thing that really like hit me a little bit was when he said, if you have problem, I can't help you. I'll show you guys real quick.
Yo, so we're in Bali right now. My nigga Quan's trying to jump through, trying to jump in the waters, bro. This guy's trying to jump from here.
You gonna do it?
I am gonna do it.
Can you do drinks?
I mean, I should be okay.
I think I should be okay.
Yo, this guy said I think I should be okay.
Problem? I don't have you.
What?
When you have problem, I don't have you.
Man said if you have a problem, I can't help you.
But I was like, man, should I even jump? But then like there was a part of me where it's like, yo, what are you talking about? Like you jump places like this before, and you're a strong swimmer. You're not a weak swimmer. You ain't no bitch. But like, the confident part of me, I was like, I'm Aquaman, baby. I'm Aquaman. I can jump, I can flip, I can do all sorts of things. So I'm just like, you know what? I'm gonna show this motherfucker wrong. I'm gonna prove him wrong, and I'm gonna prove myself right. So behold, I did the jump. I survived, and like when I was in the water, like I was swimming just fine.
Let's go! Hey!
Woo! Swim, swim, swim!
I was swimming just fine, and like I could have easily done it again, but I just remember the anticipation from me wanting to go and then finally jumping. It was just so liberating. And you know, the story is quite short, but like the truth is I almost died in Bali, mentally, spiritually. That another person's insecurities was being projected onto me, and I was just like soaking it up like a sponge. But it got to a point where I was just sick and tired of it, and then like my higher self was like, yo dude, you can do this. You can do this. You don't let another person try to, you know, tell you that you can't. And obviously, like here's a fine line, okay? Never do something that you know you can't do. I wouldn't say, you know, a regular person shouldn't do that, because like, you know, I mean, a regular person shouldn't do that. If you can't swim, you can't jump or whatever, don't do that stuff. But me, I know my abilities. I've been doing this stuff for years. I've been an Aquaman. I've taken on the occupation of Aquaman for a very long time now. So I had the confidence. It's just the fact that sometimes you're always going to meet some people who are going to project their insecurities on you, and you will die mentally, okay? And I refuse to let that happen to me. I refuse to let another person, you know, try to give me their vaccine, trying to think that, you know, it's gonna cure some sort of disease or illness that I have. But sometimes that very vaccine is gonna be the same thing that's gonna fuck you up. So, you know, wrapping up the whole story here is like, do not let another person make you doubt your abilities. If you know who you are, whatever career path or whatever relationship or whatever friendship or whatever ability, whatever it may be, there will always be people who are going to try to project their insecurities into you. And that insecurity just simply comes from them not believing that they can do it themselves either. So that's really what it is. And the story is, do not let someone do that to you, as long as you know your abilities and stuff like that, okay? Got to make sure. And you always got to be able to distinguish real concern and projections of insecurities, because sometimes there is true concern in different aspects and different circumstances. But I'm speaking in this very, very particular experience that I had. So, you know, take what you can, take what you learn, you know, take what you want to learn. But that's the moral of the story. You know, it's a really big thing in life. And I've had it happen to me in many other parts of my life, where people try to project their insecurities onto me and try to tell me that I can't do something just because they can't do it, you know? And you know what? It turns me on now. It turns me on when I hear people say, you know what? No one's ever done it before, or you can't do it, because one, if no one's ever done it, then that makes me the first, motherfucker. And number two, if like, you know, if they can't do it, then it's like, yo, it just puts me up there, you know? It brings my barrier of entry. The barrier of entry is even higher, and it's like, yo, I got this. I got this, bruh. I ain't normal. I ain't average. I'm extraordinary. Anyways, I was having fun with this now, but that's the story, guys. Know your worth, know your value, know what you can do, and do not let the opinions of sheep get to you, because you are a hero. You are a lion. The quote that I was really trying to say is that lions do not lose sleep over the opinions of sheep. That was what I was trying to say. But anyways, take care, heroes. I'll see you guys in the next one.